This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday and the work week with the morning sprint.
Yeah, Sydney Charles has the latest details on the devastating wildfires in Maui.
Bronte Sorotsky is at the newly opened Post Falls Pavilion with some of the things you can try there.
But heat dome, is moving in today. Let's get right to Mark telling us how hot we can expect it to get this week.
In our first alert weather, an excessive heat warning is in effect. That's going to be through Thursday night because the heat's going to last that long. And again, you've got heat advisories throughout much of North Idaho. Everybody's going to get hot. We're going to have temperatures nearing 100 today, 104 into Grand Coulee, 103 in the Tri-Cities. Our weather today, warming up into the 90s. By noon, we're going to be at 91, upper 90s throughout much of the afternoon. So please take it easy, take some breaks, drink plenty of water.
Moses Lake police looking for whoever shot 3 people, killing 1. It happened just before 4 yesterday morning in the 800 block of Loop Drive. You can see it here on this map. Police tell us some kind of argument escalated into violence. We learned the 2 other victims who were shot were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information about the shooting, you should call 509-762-1160.
The Bonner County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help finding a missing and endangered 1-year-old boy. Forrest Brubaker has blonde hair and brown eyes. The Sheriff's Office believes he's with his mother, who does not have custody of him. They could be traveling in a white 1997 Toyota Hiace camper van or a blue 2011 Toyota RAV4. Both license plate numbers are listed on your screen right now. If you have information or see either of these vehicles, you're asked to call 911.
In Firewatch coverage, the Ridge Creek fire burning near the north tip of Hayden Lake is now 15% contained. The fire is a little less than 4 square miles. This is where it is burning along Hayden Creek Road. Fire crews and heavy equipment operators have made progress on the fire lines, but alerts have been sent out to those near Bunko Road and Hayden Lake to get ready to evacuate if conditions change.
And containment on a wildfire burning 8 miles south of Clark Fork in Bonner County has decreased from 25 to 15%. Idaho Panhandle National Forest say Saturday's breezy conditions increased fire activity on the perimeter of the Buckskin 2 fire. People living at Twin Creek Road and Reardon Road need to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice.
The wildfires in Maui making history as the 5th deadliest wildfire in U.S. history. That's according to the National Fire Protection Association. At least 96 people were killed, and the recovery effort is far from over. Hawaii's governor has approved an emergency proclamation, lifting a cap on disaster relief spending. This comes as officials on the Hawaiian island have repeatedly warned that the number of people killed by the wildfires will continue to rise as they work to assess the damage. Questions are now arising about the island's siren systems. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency confirms none were activated as the deadly fires spread. Live reports from Maui and stories of survival are coming up next on Good Morning America.
Family will be in court this coming Wednesday. Major John Kaler is charged with 4 counts of premeditated murder. He's accused of killing his neighbors, Kenneth and Kenna Gardapi and Devin and Aiken Smith. His preliminary hearing is set for this Wednesday, and a preliminary hearing allows each side to present evidence so a judge can determine if there's enough evidence to move forward with the case. Prosecutors said they won't seek the death penalty against him, so if convicted, Kaler faces life in prison.
A 64-year-old man died in a motorcycle crash on I-90 in Adams County. Washington State Patrol said Stephen Malloy was heading west when he crossed over the median and eastbound lanes and hit a barbed wire fence. Malloy was pronounced dead at the scene. WSP says no drugs or alcohol were involved, but the cause of the crash is unknown.
A brand new food experience just had its grand opening here in Post Falls. The Post Falls Pavilion hosts over a dozen different food trucks and different vendors ranging with foods of all different types. It's open every single day, and it is at Horsehaven in Post Falls, open every day from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can check out more on our website, kxoi.com.
It's almost time for students to go back to the classroom. WSU students are already making their way back to Pullman. And as the roads get busier, Washington State Patrol is out in force ensuring everyone makes it back to campus safely. WSP is conducting traffic safety emphasis patrols until August 20th. It says speeding is one of the leading causes of car crashes statewide. The number one thing troopers want you to know is that this extra presence is all about saving lives. We're back with a final check of weather coming up with Mark right after this break.